And when it's your time, it's your time. You know what I'm saying?
If it wasn't for Tony, oh.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm coming back with a really interesting topic, and this has been a topic that I've been thinking about for a long time, especially being a recent college graduate. And it has to do with, after college, you finally graduated high school, you finally graduated college. Now it's like 1, 2, 3. That third step is you're supposed to have the best job, a nice secure job. You're supposed to have a nice job, right? Making 6 figures a year. You got that degree. Now you got that bachelor's. It's supposed to open all these doors. You might want to go back for your master's, your PhD. You got that degree, right? The degree is supposed to open up all these doors, right? But as me, from my situation and many other people online and in real life that I talk to, even some of my friends from college that I graduated with, we find out that it's not that easy. For some people, it works out, but for some people like me and others, it's not that immediate. You don't get that immediate success, and it's something I really wanted to talk about, especially after seeing this video from The Real that got recommended to me, this one right here. Now, the title says something about 20 plus with no job, and they was discussing it, and they were saying this and that and this and that, but they made some good points. And it's not like, this is not for people who just at home not doing nothing, just they don't care about finding no job, they not actively looking for a job. This is for like people who've been looking for a job. You have a degree, your degree is sealed in a big plaque on your wall, but it's almost like it's just like a piece of paper, and it's like, okay, this degree is supposed to open so many doors, but it seems like instead of opening the doors, the degree only cracks some doors open. You're expecting, okay, all these opportunities, but now it's like the door just slightly open a little bit. You still gotta bust your way in. And one of the things, somebody left a comment under that video that I really agree with, and I want to read it, and it was from Sunshine Queen. She said, "This is so insensitive. These rich celebrities are really out of touch, or perhaps don't understand the real world right now because they are from different generation. But the reality is there are so many 20 plus people who are constantly looking for a job and will do anything to secure a job, but are not able due to a high competition. Both graduates and non-graduates are struggling to secure a decent job nowadays, and by decent, I don't mean fast food or jobs that are very low paid and can hardly pay the bills. It's really hard nowadays, and being a minority makes it even harder." And again, I am not talking about lazy people who are voluntarily unemployed. I'm talking about people that are forced to unemployment because of the current government and economical situation. And that's so true, because it's so easy for people to, and I know sometimes this is a topic that a lot of people might be embarrassed to talk about, because it's like, you got a degree, you got your bachelor's, and your family and your friends and so many people know you got this degree, and then it's like a few months later, a year later, oh, what you doing? What kind of job you got? What you doing now? Or, you go back, you see people from school you used to go with, or your teachers or whatever. Oh, what you doing now? And then it's like, oh, I do retail. Oh, I work at Red Lobster. Oh, I do this, and it's like, you might feel embarrassed to tell them where you work because you got your degree, right? You're a college graduate, but it's like, I work at Red Lobster. I work at Forever 21. I work at McDonald's. I work at, a supermarket. And it's like, sometimes those be the only jobs that you can really secure. And it's like, those entry-level jobs, right? That's supposed to be easy to get. You got your degree, right? They be 1 to 2 years of experience, and it's like, okay, I get it in a way I don't get it, because it's an entry-level job. We all have to start somewhere, right? And it's like, in college, you were supposed to do all these different things. And in my situation, that's why I stress, if anybody watching this who's in high school or in college right now, I suggest that you really try to do internships, preferably paid internships, because you're gonna get money and you're gonna get that experience. Because it's like, think about it. You have that degree, right? But then when you go to apply for jobs, they're like, okay, you got your degree, but the only experience you got is retail. Like, okay, you worked at Old Navy, you worked at the Gap, but it's like, okay, what experience do you have with this degree that you got? That is what becomes the dilemma. It's like, I have this degree, but I don't have the experience. All my experience is in retail, or working in a school or doing volunteering. It's like, okay, that's good, but for that job, they want you to have this, that. And it's like, the degree should be enough to prove that you have the skills and you have the knowledge, and you have the drive, and you have the hard work. You spent 4 or 5 years getting this degree, but now it's like, it's not enough. You spent 4 or 5 years getting this degree, but now you kind of feel like, oh, it's not enough. Like, and mind you, remember what the comment said about the competitive level. There's so many people out there, and I got this, that, and they got so many things lined up. They got their degree, but then they got all this different experience. I worked here, I worked there, I did this, I did that, and that etches you out. So that places them at the top, and your degree falls to the bottom. And it's like, you don't apply to so many different jobs. You go on Indeed, Glassdoor, you go on the website to apply for these jobs. 2-3 weeks later, you don't hear from them, and you're like, okay, I guess it is what it is. I remember being at my graduation, and I find it easier. It seems like people that do nursing and medical fields, and they have the degree in that, it's easier for them to get jobs, because everybody needs, medical attention is needed everywhere. A lot of hospitals are hiring, volunteering, internships, and that's easy for them to get those type of jobs.
My opinion, right? Okay. Now,
because I remember at my graduation, I'm sitting there, and you know how they do highlights and announcements, and it was a lot of different people that was like, oh, such and such has secured a job. She's gonna, like, basically so many people had secured a job before graduation even became, like right after graduation, they was gonna start working. They secured a job 2 weeks before we even graduated. And I'm in the audience like clapping for them, and I'm happy for them. But then in my own mind, I'm like, I wonder how fast I'm gonna get a job after this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you in the moment, you graduating, you enjoying that day, but then it's like, okay, you wake up the next day and it's like, damn, okay, college is over. I got my degree. Now it's like, okay, you in a certain job, you might be doing retail or whatever, but it's like, I got my degree. I don't want to stay here forever. I didn't work 5 years in college just to still be here, ringing people up at a register. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have your degree in whatever field you got, and now you want to use it. But then when you go to use it, you go to apply it, it's so hard to get a job in that field. So you end up staying in that retail job, in that restaurant job, in that customer service job that you really don't want. Because when you go out to get that job with that degree that's so promising, that you think is going to open so many doors for you, you realize that you feel kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? And this is not the case for everybody, but I notice that it is a popular case for most people, So that's where I'm at with it right now. I feel like it's just not that easy like it is for others. And another thing is, I feel like you shouldn't feel like no job is beneath you. You might not be in the position you want to be in or the job you want to be in, but I feel like if you work your way up there, if you actively working your way up to the position you want to be in, or you're doing the things necessary to get to that place that you want to be in, whether you have a degree or not, then I feel like everything should work out in the end. And when it's your time, it's your time. You know what I'm saying? So that was just my point of view on the whole situation about, how the job market is right now, and what are y'all opinions on it, about the job market, how easy it is to find a job, going to college, getting that degree. But were you able to find a job very fast after college? Were you able to secure a job before you even graduated, like some of the people in my school? Or are you in between where you having a hard time? Like, you got that degree, but you still feel stuck, like you still doing like jobs you really don't want to do, but you rather have that type of job than not have nothing at all, because you know how competitive and hard it is to get that job that you really want, even with the bachelor's degree or the master's degree. That's supposed to open so many doors for you. So let's talk about it down below in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. This should be a really interesting discussion. This is something I've always seen and heard and talked about, and I really wanted to bring it to the forefront so we could all discuss it. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Thumbs up this video and subscribe. Hit the notification bell by the subscribe button so you can always see when I post. And thank you for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.